It only took me 28 minutes, but I figured it out. My one viewer. I- I'm debating whether or not I should like even. Ah, I'm sure y'all don't want to hear it, but basically, I don't know. Safari. I haven't had a Mac since undergrad, which is like 2016 is when I graduated, and then I went PC. And then right now, because I had like laptop issues previously, I decided to get a Mac, especially because now I'm in Mexico and I can't use my boyfriend's laptop for my exams, and I need to just like need to have my own laptop. And so I was trying to do my YouTube live through Safari, and apparently it's like a permission thing. Um, no pop-ups came up. Wasn't intuitive at all. It wasn't telling me like, oh, your permission to your camera is not possible, blah blah blah. So I was like, what am I doing wrong? And well, it was that. I don't know. I was about to quit, and essentially I just went on Chrome because I downloaded it like last week or so. And um and I'm live from my Chrome. So I'm so sorry if this like doesn't go with your schedule and you're watching it later or whatever. I really do want to do these lives. It's just like, like freaking life. Just testing me one step at a time. But anyways, for today, I wanted to talk to you all just a little bit about my journey. How was my first week? Hi, Ruben. Treating me well. I literally just ranted about how I don't like. I got my Mac for the first time in like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and I just struggled hard. Right, I was about to quit and not even do this live. But anyways, I had my first exam yesterday. It was GI, and it was hard. It was hard in the sense, not like neuro where it was just like extra. It was for my very first time at UEG. It was um, like 4 part questions, and that's not really a thing. Um, I mean, I think at UEG we've had maybe a couple of where you refer to the previous question and then it's kind of confusing as to like which question it was referring to. No, this time it was like, for example, a clinical case, you're giving labs and they ask you about like what microorganism caused this, like pathology, and then you decide, and then your next one is like, okay, well, what kind of I don't know what risk factor is like seen with these patients based off of the etiology, and it's like what is the etiology, and it was just like a 4-parter, and I think we had multiple, and we also had, of course, a histology, a couple of pictures, and also a couple of like MRI imaging pictures, and so it was just unexpected, uh, to say the least. Like um, I was very familiar with the pathology for GI, but the micro, I wasn't as familiar, so it was harder for me. And I really like, I don't know, guessed or like doubted myself throughout the exam. And then for the pharmacology questions, I would say they were easy, but it's just like so much, in my opinion, so many microorganisms that we had to go through that I think I focused more on that and the pathology. And I did study for pharmacology, but I guess I just like, I don't know, I like it like went over my head, unfortunately. But there were many questions. We got the question distribution, which I wasn't expecting, but that was nice. And yeah, I don't know how others did. I know that my friends also agreed that it was hard, so hopefully there's a curve. I don't know if there will be. And today I had my first in-person class. It was like a small group of 5. It was 4 to 5, and maybe it'll vary throughout the the block, or yeah, throughout the block, but I'm not really sure if it will. It was on mis cursos. I had a, um, I guess, struggle. I did not have mis cursos, or like platform, available to me. I didn't have it. I didn't have access, so I have a lot of pre and post lecture quizzes to make up. The coordinators like deciding to like set the deadline like way later. Like our next exam is February 11th. So it's coming up fast, and so I don't know. He said that we're gonna have it due later, but he hasn't really said when. So I don't know. I'm barely like catching up with life right now. Um, yeah, and so um, okay. My point was that I had mis cursos, so I was able to do my interactive activities online for the first time for this block with my group, and it was nice. I guess the professor was helpful, very different from what we were doing online, because online we were just let like let ourselves be, I guess. And a lot of these activities, in my opinion, are above and beyond from what we're learning in based off of the slides. So they're a little bit more difficult, and they require a lot more research, and it's 2 hours. And so thankfully the professor today was nice and was kind of like guiding us, just sharing like random research papers, or more so books from Clinical Key, just different chapters from different books. I don't even know. So that helped. We didn't get all of it right. It was 13 questions and we got 11 right. Um, Not bad, I guess, but hopefully I could get more perfects later. Um, but yeah, so that's how my week has been going. Besides that, I've been trying to step study. I wanted to see if I was able to finish all of the GI for pathoma and boards and beyond. And I did all of pathoma. I did most of boards and beyond, and I didn't finish just because I started preparing for the exam. Because a lot of the information that you have to learn for step, it's not as detailed as, like they prioritize different things with UAG versus like steps. So I did do questions on my first Saturday here. I did like 40 questions, and then I reviewed it. And honestly, it felt great. And I felt like I really understood a lot. So I recommend you, like Ruben, and anybody in second year starting, um, to like be serious about these questions. Like, but only do U World questions, because I feel like you won't have time for more. Um, and that way you can like um, learn on your own time, like slowly, rather than feeling pressured later on. Um, I don't know. I really want to like create like a way of me um, finishing all these questions while I'm doing it, but I don't think it's possible because I didn't finish um, all of my questions for UWorld. There's only so many like hours in a day, and I do like require sleep to even function and like learn and remember things. So I feel like the step studying helped me a lot with pathology, just like knowing the different pathologies and stuff like that. But for the micro, it really didn't. And it makes sense because the boards and beyond videos and the pathoma videos didn't really focus on the micro details. And so I should have watched more microbiology videos for the exam if I wanted to like step study and prepare. But I'm gonna keep my resources to boards and beyond and pathoma and first aid, UWorld, and that's it because I don't think I can do more. I just can't. But I've heard great things about Sketchy Micro for the details, and same for pharmacology. But again, I just don't want to overwhelm myself with like being behind with videos. Like I'm already behind with videos, and yeah. So I don't know. You just choose wisely, I guess. Now it's like the time for you to like see if the micro sketchy actually works out for you and stuff. So, Ruben, you're saying, I feel coming back face to face while still having the online lectures and due dates has been rough. Not enough hours in the day. Yes, not enough. That's honestly kind of how I felt when I was all online. I feel like I if I have two classes, it's 4 hours, and then so being in line, I mean in person, yeah, you could probably take up those 4 hours also taking into account like going to school, coming back from school, and it's like it's a process. So you just have to adjust your schedule, and I would recommend like I don't know. For me, the lectures, I'm trying to like cut back as to how long I take with reading the lectures and understanding the lectures. Because at this point, I feel like the material, once you get it, it's just like repetition, kind of like remember, remember, remember. So what I want to do is like watch the lecture online, look up anything I need that I need further clarification, and then just move on. Like if I understand it, just like move on and come back to it. Like actually review, which I think I'm gonna start to do for this exam. Hopefully, it goes better because I think I took too long, like watching the lectures and then making my notes as I go along, and then the quizzes, and then like the extra videos that I wanted to watch, and then that was it. Like that's all I would really could accomplish throughout my days. So yeah, sketchy has been great. I'm really glad I tried it out. I really did, because I heard great things, but I get overwhelmed because they start talking about things I don't know, like um I don't know, at least in the beginning they were like, oh, it's a urase positive or whatever, like these terminologies that I just wasn't used to, and I think that like freaked me out. But maybe now with like more exposure, and like now that I actually understand, like it can help, like it'll probably be good for me. But at this point, I'm scared to start any new resource. That's why I really enjoy Boards and Beyond, because it teaches you, kind of like at zero. Like, have you seen like SpongeBob versus SpongeBob episode where Patrick can't put the lid on the jar or open the lid, and he's like, "Okay, just put your hand on the lid," but he doesn't know what the lid is, so he's like, da, da, da. Like I feel like that's me sometimes with like material. So I felt like Sketchy was like, "Put your hand on the lid," and then the lid does this. Meanwhile, I'm like, "But what's the lid?" Like, wait, pause the video, look it up. And so I felt like I couldn't. But but yeah, keep at it. As long as you keep at it, I feel like you'll know things. Um, yeah. um, yeah. Besides that, I feel like like on a more real level, like I was very like into school, and I live by myself, so I feel like after a while it kind of got to me, like that I'm here like alone, I guess, in Mexico. And it like I got homesick, and I think something that I'm gonna do now to implement, like to like be proactive about like being here in another country without like my family and such, is just like trying to study out with people more. But also, I know that being in class with person, like in person, like will help me too. But I think because we're online for the first 2 weeks, like I I was like truly alone, even though I was like talking to my family and video calling them and such. So I don't know how y'all like you're doing, but um, like check in in yourself, like to yourself, and if you're feeling some sort of like way. Um, I recommend like to like hang out, like just study with people. Because to me, I'm like, I'm not gonna study with people because I'm gonna get distracted. But then it's like, no, my emotions will get me distracted as well. So might as well just feel good, control, like, you know, maybe like 2 hours here, 2 hours there, studying with people, just to have that like motion, interaction, and stuff like that. But I don't know. It varies by people. It's just what's gonna work out for me, or like has been for the past couple of days. um, but that was unexpected. I thought it was fine. Like I was just like studying, following my schedule and such, and then out of nowhere, I was like, "Oh shoot, I'm in Mexico." Uh, like these little things, like Like when the people come to pick up the trash, it's like a little cowbell. That's like a reminder that I'm in Mexico. Or sometimes like late at night, people are playing music. And that's just like different from what I'm used to, like 3 weeks ago, like I wouldn't have heard that in my home, but it'd be like that. So yeah, I just like wanted to let y'all know that too. And yeah, I think I was going to talk about just like tips as to like I don't know where you're getting your food, but right now I'm getting my food at Walmart Express. It's pretty good. Zeta gas? I don't get it. Can you elaborate, Ellie? Hi. Um, Also, I got my internet from Mega Cable, but there's also something called Total Play. I would recommend it for anyone that is going to be here longer, because they give you a like part of the plan is to get a Mexican phone number. I didn't get it because well, it ended up being like maybe $10 more, and also I didn't really need um, a phone right now since I'm gonna be here for so little. They go down the street saying Zeta gas. What? And what do they sell? Wait, I'm confused. I haven't heard that, so I don't know. For me, it's like cowbells. Like, and today I went walking back from my grocery store, and I saw it because I thought they were just like dingling the cowbells, but no, they put it on their waist, like on their belt, and then as they walk to pick up the trash to put it into the van, or whatever, the truck, that's how it like moves and it makes the noise, which is funny because I thought it was like a like either someone physically doing it or like audio, kind of like the ice cream truck. That's when you know. Uh, you can buy gas tank. What for the broiler? Oh, that's cool. I live in the nice part of Guadalajara. Yeah, Guadalajara is nice. It's very modern, but also cultural. It's like a nice mix, which is cool. I wasn't I didn't know what to expect, if I'm honest. I've only heard people say like, "Oh yeah, it's pretty, pretty," but I didn't know what to expect. A lot of people are living in like really nice places, which is cool. So I'm like excited to just like see what's out here. I've already gone to one of my friend's apartments, and this guy like he needed like a key card, kind of like a hotel, for like every door. And then as a visitor, I needed to leave my ID in the front with the security man who was sitting in front of cameras. I was like, whoa, very, very cool. Um, yeah, the weather's great. Definitely upscale areas. Yeah, yeah. There's definitely people truly, truly living up life here, which is cool because it's like I guess like affordable if you convert it to dollars. Sounds like Strato. Yes, which I haven't been to yet. But I think I'll be there Friday. um, yeah. I haven't visited Strato yet. I haven't visited the Latitude or the other one. I was actually I don't know if it would be weird, but I was thinking maybe it would be nice for like a video just to like show people different like living situations and stuff like that. Like if they come over. And also I saw like one of my friends recently came because of the exam that we had on Monday, and she like immediately like now she had like she came to a hotel, and then now she has like a space in Latitude. And all I'm thinking is like I thought you had to like put book it in advance, like have a deposit. Maybe it was like hard to find. I haven't asked her specifically for the details and such, but it didn't seem like she struggled to find something. So I don't know, something's up. I don't I don't know, because usually before, like, there's always like, what are they, retailers and such. Like maybe they're not needed. Maybe you just need the information from like the front desk of Latitude or like all these places, and you just call them and just say, hey, like, is there any spots available or something like that? Because I feel like it might be like more expensive if you go through a realtor, but I don't know. I clearly didn't do that route. My friend was like kind enough to send me a picture of like an apartment building that had a like oh we're renting sign and then I just contacted the person and there was availability so I got it. Like it was just a little like it was perfect because I'm close to school and that's what I wanted. Um, so and it was like affordable for me. I'm paying for $60 a month and I should go downstairs and get my light bill, electricity bill. But I know that we're gonna get every first. And then for my internet, I ended up getting a 6 month contract for like $270 total. So I think I'm paying around like 700 pesos a month for internet, and I got 100 megabytes. Um, so my internet is not laggy. So when I wasn't connecting to the live, I was like, it can't be my internet. Like it's something else. So that's why I kept on trying. Thankfully, I haven't had any issues, and like I like thrive like from videos, so I couldn't have like laggy internet because I watch so many. Um, so it was like a priority. And yeah, and then Walmart is like a walking distance, so that's where I usually go get my stuff. Although there is like a plaza called or like a market called Sorano or something like that. I haven't gone to it yet, but it should be like more affordable. But it's like maybe like 20 to 30-minute walking for me. I mean, of course I can Uber, but I like it, I don't know, that's just how I'm gauging distances right now. Um, so I think that could be a market as well. But but yeah. Oh, something different from Guadalajara that I've noticed is that my skin is so dry here. So I don't know if y'all have been like moisturing, but I have like every day. Like and I'm usually not an avid like lotion person, but yeah, like I've been putting on lotion because I dry up, and then I also had to buy myself some chapstick because I was like really dry. And at first I thought it was because I wasn't drinking enough water, but now I'm like pretty good about my water. So yeah, that's different. And I've been like making those comments to some of my friends, and they like agree. So it's not just me. It's I guess the weather here. I don't know. It's been a little cold, but or like a little windy, but overall it's fine, like, I think in the 80s. So yeah. I think that's all I wanted to say, unless there's someone here who has, like, questions or something that y'all want me to talk about. Um, Something new or, like, I don't know if y'all got the message as well, was for UAG COVID, rules. Essentially, right now, if you have COVID, then, yeah, of course, like, don't go to school, but at the same time, the university saying that they will make no exceptions for any assignments or exams missed if you have like a COVID related problem, which is so bad because now that means that some people will like go to school not to miss their assignment and possibly like infect others. So please wear your masks and wear them well. Yeah, it's very concerning. I don't know, but some of my friends have like talked to the coordinator, our coordinator, and he's just like, I can't comment because that's just the way it is. So basically medicate and inoculate the class. Yeah, and the thing is that we don't know who is vaccinated or not, who has like, I don't know, maybe someone's like living with their like grandma, or or maybe someone's like mm, have like an immunodeficiency. Like we don't really know others, so it's kind of scary and it's like a big risk. So yesterday there was like a little chat within my WhatsApp group, and we're all kind of, I hope, agreeing, just like commenting on the regulation and agreeing that like, yeah, we should just all kind of be supportive of each other and try to like alert one another about it, like since there's not really any talks from the university themselves. Um, yeah, I just hope we like are all safe. whether it's like online or in person. I actually enjoyed in person as much as I'm gonna hate saying it. I really enjoyed the interaction with my team. Maybe it's just because I like my team. I kept my team from like the main lab, have like pretty good chemistry, and we like, like work well together and such. Um, but it was so different seeing them, like we were like being the same but in person, and the fact that the professor was helping us, wow, it was great, because I felt like before we were just left alone to like break up into our little groups, and then if we had a question, it was very like, it wasn't really addressed whenever we had like a question, or like it wasn't as helpful, I guess. So I guess for me, I didn't ask any more questions after I saw that it wasn't really helpful. But now it's pretty good. So I hope we're just all safe and we just like keep at it. Also, the library, I don't know if y'all have gone, but there's like study rooms there that you can, if you call them or to let them know, they can like reserve a spot for you. And then, and you have to do it at least a day before, or like maximum a day before. And what else? Their hours are changing as they go by, like with time. So right now, like if you go to like their front door, like it tells you their hours, and only until the fourth, and we're the first today. And so I asked them like, but do you have more? And they're like, no. As we have more information about our hours, we'll just post them by the door, and they have like three different places within the library. But as soon as you go there, you can see it like a little paper with their horarium. And yeah, I'm just letting y'all know because I plan to go to the library more, just to like how I said previously, just to like get out of my apartment um, every now and then. So yeah. So with that, I think that's like all I'm gonna say today. Thank you for tuning in. It was nice talking to y'all, and for being interactive, and for I guess like I'm sorry for like the technical difficulties. Like I need to like learn Safari more, but I'll keep doing it through Chrome until I get it together. Um, but take care, everyone. I wish y'all luck with your exams and with your studies, and please do your questions, you world questions. Even honestly, I feel like now I'm just gonna recommend it, even for first years, only you world questions. But it stinks because UWorld is so expensive and you don't want to buy it for 2 years because that's like $1,000 essentially. But I mean, if you have the money, then great. If you don't, then yeah, I guess RX questions will be fine. But but UWorld, as soon as you get UWorld, just only do UWorld questions only because you don't have time. Oh, also, I'm gonna do the MBOS um, like free assessment thing. I signed up for it, first step. And so I'll let y'all know how that goes because I don't know if it'll be harder or not, but I'm interested to see like where I am. I know that I'm probably gonna do really bad, but I don't really mind about the score right now. I think what I care about is like the experience, sitting down and just doing it, and seeing how it feels to get so many different types of questions from different subjects. That's kind of like what I'm like really curious about, like how I react and how I like switch gears like so fast, I guess, um baseline is important, yeah, and see my baseline. um there's like this YouTube video on the different mme and bmes that we can take, and like this YouTuber, he recommends the different orders of the nbmes, so I can put it on, I'll put it on this like on a comment, that that YouTube video and channel, I guess. He's a doctor. He's an IMG. I think he wasn't a US IMG, but an IMG, and I think he's like thriving or something. I haven't really like looked into his videos, but he does a lot of like tips on the process and such. So I think it's useful. I'll probably use an MBME for a baseline, but right now I think the MBOS one, I mean, it's free and yeah, it's somewhat of a baseline, you know. I guess I could compare it to an MBME and later see, because I've heard that MBOS questions are really hard or like harder, not as like representative of what the questions look like. especially also like if you're doing questions on Amboss like for fun or not fun, but like for practice. I went to the Amboss recommendation, like introduction thing that UAG had when we first had it, and they said to do questions up to like 3 hammers, because 4 and 5 hammers or something are like just too hard. So if you select your questions and you're creating a question bank or something, do your questions up to like 3 hammers, because above, like, it might be either too detailed or just like out of scope or whatever. But yeah, because I think Canvas will also helps for step 2 and such. So right now you want to keep it to step 1 info. That's why I don't know about my baseline. But anyways, thank you all for tuning in. I really enjoyed talking to y'all. Um, I think my next video that I'm gonna try to do is, well, of course, I'm gonna do one of a UAG tour for those who are like not who are like interested in coming here. But also, I want to finish my process of my visa. I have my appointment February 25th, so I'm gonna go and finish that up. I received an email today. I don't know if y'all did, of requiring a visa with if I don't have an appointment or something, like that I'm just like out um, of school or like I'm suspended if I don't have a visa, because the tour visa or the tour is like 180 days, and I guess they'll be strict about it. But I've heard different people say that they're not strict about it, but I don't know. So to be on the safe side, I decided to I got a visa in the States, and then now I'm gonna finish the process. So once I do, I'm gonna post that video also, and then um, more importantly, I want to finish the process of the notary cam, which is like the second part of after getting an ECFMG ID. You basically verify who your identification through notary cam, which is like the notary system that they have with ECFMG. And yeah, then I don't know what I'll film, but yeah, as long as I have it, yep. If as long as I have an appointment with INM, yeah, then they'll be fine. Which I have, so all good. But if y'all don't have one, try to make one as soon as you can. That way you're fine with UAG. Um, they're people. All right. Well, take care, everyone. This is like my third time saying bye. Sorry, it's just I get like random, like last minute thoughts. But it was nice talking to y'all. Take care. Be safe out there. And yeah, I'm always here. So rooting for y'all. Bye.